So ARK Genesis has been a very interesting launch, just because there was obviously a delay in when it was coming out, and then there was lots of people saying that it's not very good for PvP, there's no flyers, everything like that. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about that very big topic, which is flyers. Now, I've got some information to share with you guys as a new update has just gone live. I'm not too sure if it's on the PS4 or Xbox yet, but I'll have to update you when I find out that news, because I'm currently playing all my ARK Genesis on the PC, really enjoying just sort of like messing around with the new creatures. I'm personally a very big fan of the new DLC, and the only reason why I am is just because, like, you know, I don't tend to play much PvP, so obviously you guys in the comment section down below, if you do play PvP, let me know what you think about it, because I know a lot of people said they don't think it suits PvP, and I can kind of agree to that, but it will just be interesting to see how it does go throughout the next few months and what happens with updates and things like that. Now, as always, you guys supported the channel so much throughout Genesis that I can't thank you guys enough. If you don't mind dropping a like on today's video, that'd be brilliant too. Let's go for a 700 like target today. Bit of a strange one, but I'm just saying that on the spot. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's get in with the video. So many people have been going on about flyers on Genesis ever since it's been released, and so many people have been tweeting, said, all the other devs saying, what is going on, why are we not getting any responses? Now, he did actually reply on Twitter saying, FYI, I'm not avoiding the why did you make flyers unable to fly question. I'm simply just not informed well enough on the decision to be able to speak confidently. Regardless, as always, we are open to change and will keep taking in the feedback. So right now, if you're someone that feels like, because the tough thing is, the way they've created it is, they've created it in the sense of way so it's not like a normal map. And I feel like they're worried that people are going to end up finding out different game-breaking bugs and glitches by being able to fly to certain zones, if you know what I mean. And I feel like, I don't know, I mean, I feel like there needs to be flyers because it's really hard to get around, and it's enjoyable. I mean, obviously the Bloodstalker, you can get around and swing around the map and stuff, but I still feel like it's easier to have those flyers. And even if, you know, it could be too OP, then you could just do something to the flyers. I mean, the flyers have already had a nerf as it is, but just something to help people get through the map a little bit easier. Now, obviously, he said this on Twitter, but then recently, Wildcard actually did post saying flying creatures can now be enabled, and no build zones will be disabled by default on unofficials. So what they're actually doing, guys, is we're going to be going through the patch notes right now, because the new update has been gone live for PC, and this was obviously building is now enabled in mission areas by default on unofficial servers. To disable buildings or mission areas, add the following setting to your game, which is as you'll be able to see below. And also, unofficials can now use flying creatures by adding the following setting, which you'll be able to see, and you can turn ride flyers to true. Now, Said actually did put something on Twitter, which was obviously linking to the regardless we're opening to change, and lots of people were quite happy with this, because obviously this has given me an option now, as I play on a dedicated server, to be able to have flyers on Genesis. But the big question is, if people aren't enjoying the PvP side of things on Genesis on the official servers, then they're not going to enjoy it if they can't even have flyers and now unofficials can. So I feel like the idea with what Wildcard are doing with this, and why Cedric has obviously said we're open to change, is to find out what happens now that the update's gone live for PC, and now they can see what is going to be happening when the flyers are now enabled on Genesis, because I think they would rather game-breaking updates on an unofficial rather than it being on Genesis official, because then on official, you know, that is the official servers. They don't want to ruin those servers because that's what gets players very angry. So I'm sure this is just a bit of a testing period, seeing what's going on. I am pretty much sure, unless anything is like changed, that there's going to be like an update where flyers do come to official, because the map is way too hard to not have them, in my opinion. So these are the full patch notes, as you guys can see on the screen right now. We're going to be going through everything that has come within the new update, and obviously you'll see on console. So reduced high quality tier loot drop rate from missions by approximately 40%. That is very interesting. Change ocean platforms to be blueprints only in mission rewards to prevent demolishing rewards from materials. Increased damage to insect swarms by obviously the frogs to 2.5%, because we all know we hate insect swarms. Increased damage to insect swarms by fire to 1.5%. It reduced health of the insect swarms by 50%, which was definitely needed. Like they were stupid. Like I didn't expect it to be that bad. Reduced the damage of the tech cruise missile. Reduced the explosion radius on and explosion emitter size on the tech cruise missile. Reduced issue where insect swarms could attack through walls, again another very OP thing. Fixed an issue with the giant turtle taming method. Restricted cryo use and disabled building in the VR boss arena. Fixed an issue where rock slides would linger after ending. Fix several visual bugs with the magma saw, fix several visual bugs with the space whale, fix several bugs with the ferox, is that how you say it? I'm sure that is how you say it. It's obviously the shapeshifter taming process. You must now hold the sprint key with the ferox when super jumping. In order to super jump, just jump again, shift right before landing a regular jump. By the way, on console when this comes, then obviously it'll be different controls as the PC unless you're using keyboard. Bloodstalker can no longer be knocked out. Well, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but the weight scales by 0.5 in the magma saw to help with raising babies. I can never pronounce it. I mean, I know it's just amber grit, like I don't know, but I'm just terrible at pronouncing things. You guys know in my videos I am. Adjusted the platform build area on the giant turtle. Fixed the tamer bug with the bloodstalker. Fixed the crash with Extinction's Horde crate and element node. Restored Extinction Horde mode data, and fixed some bugs which cause projectiles to not expire on clients. Now, also just a bit before that was the other part of the update, sorry, which is obviously building is now enabled in mission areas by default on unofficial servers. No longer need to use the that must be the command. I was thinking, what have they just done there? They just mixed words together, and then I realised it was the command. To disable building in mission areas, add the following obviously here, which is Genesis use structures prevention volumes to true, and the same thing, which is the biggest thing we're talking about today. Unofficials can now be using use flying creatures by adding. Why can't I speak today, guys? It's because I stayed up all night and my sleeping pattern's still destroyed from Genesis, but obviously you can ride flyers to true. And below that, we're investigating ways to bring these configuration options to console in a future update. So that is the plan for console. Unfortunately, right now, until we get a date, console will not have flyers on unofficial, but PC. The reason is exactly what I said to you guys. For PC players, they test everything on the PC, and that is what they're doing. They're trying to avoid as many, because if there's a problem on unofficials on console with flyers, then it takes so much longer to remove remove it and stuff. Whereas PC, it's quick patches. I mean, I know everything they do isn't quick, but it's much easier to get things out there and get things done. So that is all the information I am going to be sharing with you guys in today's video. Let me know what you think also in the comment section about Genesis. Are you enjoying it? I mean, I've seen a lot more positive than I have negative. The main negative has been from the PvP community, but the people playing single player and unofficials, all I've seen is positive stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think about it. As I said, let's smash that like target, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video, as I still do have quite a lot of Genesis content for you guys. See you guys in a bit.
Hello, I'm Lene, a fractal personality designed to be your guide. Just listen to me and you won't get yourself killed. Probably. I'm new at this too.